A month ago, I reviewed the ZOTAC Zone and my entire experience came down to one thing. Windows sucks on this handheld. The constant software updates, overheating and poor battery life made using this device a nightmare. With only a 48-hour battery, it typically lasts less than 1 hour when playing demanding titles at high performance settings. Even with more moderate power settings, battery life rarely exceeds 2 hours of gaming. Now don't get me wrong, the ZOTAC Zone has a good build quality, a bright AMOLED display with a 120Hz screen, which gives you smooth gameplay experience. The ZOTAC has got some cool features like RGB lighting at the back instead of the front like we are used to many handhelds. It also has a Steam Deck-like trackpads which are decent, not on the same level as the Steam Deck but good enough. You get dual USB-C ports, a fingerprint sensor for device unlock, and a kickstand at the back for easy tabletop play. But all these features didn't convince me to keep using this handheld. Now this is where things start getting interesting. I got a lot of comments from people telling me to try out Bazzite OS, which is like Steam OS. You all told me the performance is better and my frustrations I had with Windows were about to change. So that's what I did. I installed Bazzite OS on the ZOTAC Zone and I think it can finally feel like a Steam Deck, which by now you know is my favorite handheld. The Steam Deck runs SteamOS, which is a Linux-based operating system, which has great performance, decent features like quick resume, which the ZOTAC lacks. While we don't have SteamOS on the ZOTAC, the best option is Bazzite OS. This is a Linux-based operating system optimized to run on handhelds. So once I installed Bazzite OS on the ZOTAC, I felt the difference instantly. It boots up instantly, no background services, and your games appear right there just like on the PS5 console. Honestly, the user interface blew me away. It felt smoother and more polished than I expected. The Zone button brings up a menu similar to what you'd expect on the Steam Deck, letting you access different controls like settings, access to the desktop mode, and updating the system. On the left, there's a quick access menu which gives you access to a bunch of settings like TDP, brightness, overlays, and GPU settings. Everything on Bazzite is smooth, the colors pop, and the UI feels more responsive. I would even go ahead and say it's even better than SteamOS in my opinion, but let me know what you guys think in the comments below, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I mean, why not? The performance did improve on the ZOTAC after I installed Bazzite OS. The ZOTAC Zone excels in gaming performance, particularly at medium settings, where it strikes a balance between visual quality and efficiency. Powered by the AMD processor, the device handles popular titles like Black Myth: Wukong, The Witcher 3, and Cyberpunk 2077 with ease. While the device performs well across a variety of games, it is best suited for medium settings to ensure constant balance between performance and battery efficiency. Gamers seeking to maximize runtime may need to adjust settings or limit playtime for graphically intensive titles. Here are my tests for the ZOTAC Zone running Bazzite OS. Starting with Black Myth: Wukong, I ran the game at 30W TDP on low settings at 1080p with no frame gen, and on Windows I was getting around 23 FPS and 34 FPS on Bazzite. You can see the performance slightly improves, which is not bad at all. The next game is Witcher 3. I ran this game at 15W TDP on the Steam Deck preset to match the Steam Deck at 1080p, and I was getting around 60 FPS. So far I have been having a great time on how well it runs compared to the Windows version. Now onto my favorite game, Cyberpunk 2077. Still using the Steam Deck preset, looked at 30 FPS on the 15 TDP. It runs pretty well, I would say. You can get even more out of the ZOTAC by increasing the wattage to a 25W TDP and enabling FSR 3 frame gen. And now we are getting around 70 FPS, still with the Steam Deck preset. Running Hogwarts Legacy, I was getting around 30 FPS at 17W TDP compared to 10 FPS on the Windows version. At times, the Windows version would stop working, constant shutters and lag. The graphics on the Bazzite look brighter and better on Windows. Now, the ZOTAC Zone could be a better option than the Steam Deck. However, the smaller 48-hour battery still holds it back. I wish ZOTAC could have packed in a bigger battery, something like 80 watts. It could easily stand out as the perfect replacement for the Steam Deck. Sadly, it falls short on battery life. I ran into issues where the fingerprint unlock and the rotary die couldn't work. This means I was not able to control the brightness with these buttons. Just a heads up if you're trying to install Bazzite OS on the ZOTAC. Everything else works fine. The audio is decent and the fan noise is still audible, but not as loud as on Windows. So should you install Bazzite OS on the ZOTAC Zone? At first, I was skeptical, but now I would say go for it 100%. Windows has always been a problem with these handhelds, and the only alternative is installing Bazzite OS or buying a Steam Deck. I really like the ZOTAC, but I think they missed the mark with the pricing and some of the features like a 48-hour battery. ZOTAC says there will be a ZOTAC Zone 2, which I'm kinda excited to test out. Hopefully, they fix most of the issues. So, That has been my experience with Bazzite OS on my ZOTAC Zone. Let me know in the comments. I would like to hear from you. Catch you in the next video.